the second thing, when it comes to the side effects, that they basically said, well, we don't have side effects for the vaccine until at least 14 days, because that's how long it takes an antibody to come. So all the people who dropped down dead after 1 or 2 days went down on the list as unvaccinated.
It's how they rig clinical trials, right?
Yeah,
That's how they rig them.
So, and with regards to the claims that there's no link between the vaccines and cancer, which we hear repeatedly, like vaccines to save millions of lives, there are a couple of things. One, I don't know any other cancer doctor except for a few colleagues once they wake up who actually ask for the link. And we were told at medical school, you have to ask for the drugs and the vaccines if you're dealing with a disease you don't want to know. Actually published, it was on the mainstream media, that there was 18 million people severely disabled by the vaccine in America. I was amazed to see it's been updated this year to over 30 million. I mean, this is it's continuing to rise, and this is the result of the vaccine.
I mean, that's the problem, is that they're not going to fund the studies, and they close their eyes. I mean, it was shown them, and they still denied it. Why is it significant that people with biopsies are seeing the spike protein in tumors? You know, why do you find that so odd that there's spike protein in tumors?
It's completely unexpected. It shouldn't be there, either from COVID infection or vaccine. How does it get there? It's a foreign protein. How does it end up in a tumor that's an expanding mass where the cells have this spike protein? How does it get there? What is it doing there? Why is it that it is 6 years later and there's very little forensic evidence?
Part of the answer would be because the modified RNA is still circulating in the body 6 years later, and when a tumor starts, it's still attaching themselves to cells and expressing spike protein. That might be one plausible explanation, right?
Do you know what boggles the mind? You talk about hepatitis, okay? People get hepatitis. We've got tests. We can see the hepatitis antigens, the antibodies, what happens to them. 6 years later, there's no test for spike protein.